heard the majority leader refer to motion 55, which motion reads that this Honorable House adopts the report of the Committee of Privileges on the alleged breach of Article 97(1)(c) of the 1992 Constitution and Order 16(1) of the Standing Orders of Parliament by 3 honorable members of Parliament during the first meeting of the second session of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. And Mr. Speaker, even as he rose, he didn't move the motion, yet he didn't move the motion. He is now expressing an opinion. Mr. Speaker, this House is governed by the 1992 Constitution and the Standing Orders of Ghana. There is a motion in motion 55. Mr. Speaker, even by our standing orders, motion is defined to mean a proposal made by a member that Parliament or a committee thereof do something or order something to be done or express an opinion concerning some matter. If he is moving a motion, let him move it. But to rise on a motion and say my view, Mr. Speaker, let me state with emphasis and with respect, Mr. Speaker, my words may be strong, so you have to find favor to live with those words. That Parliament and the Parliament of Ghana is not the Speaker of Parliament, and that the Parliament and Parliament of Ghana is not the chairman of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee of Parliament, and that Parliament is not the majority leader, nor is it the minority leader. That the Parliament of Ghana is the well-constituted 275 members of Parliament elected thereon to exercise the legislative authority of Ghana on their behalf. On their behalf. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, when he moves motion 55, Mr. Speaker, I have to indulge you as I said. This House must be guided by precedent. Mr. Speaker, you rightly in your judgment, I respect your knowledge and experience with the rules better than mine. I can never challenge you when it comes to procedure. But Mr. Speaker, you refer this matter to a committee. The committee have come by motion. He is not moving the motion. But Mr. Speaker, let me remind him, leader, in 2005, you were in this August House when Eric Amate was arrested on the criminal charges in the United States of America for cocaine. The Privileges Committee of this August House was called to exercise a duty similar to the duty we are exercising today. In November 2005, Parliament took a decision on Eric Amate through the Privileges Committee report. The Supreme Court, Mr. Speaker, and I'm going to beg you. So if he's moving a motion, move a motion. This is not the first time the Privileges Committee of Parliament is making a recommendation to the Parliament of Ghana. In 2005, Parliament took a decision, which decision did not find favor in the judgment of our respected judges of the Supreme Court in the case of Professor Stephen Kweku Asare versus the Attorney General, the Speaker of Parliament, the Electoral Commission, and 4, Honorable Eric Amate, judgment registered 11 December 2008. Mr. Speaker, you were here with him in 2005. I was here too, but young those days, inexperienced those days. Mr. Speaker, I want the answer to capture the full judgment of the Supreme Court on the matter. But Mr. Speaker, what is significant? What is significant? So I want to know whether he's moving a motion or he wants to express an opinion. But Mr. Speaker, let me caution that let us not set precedents that tomorrow a Privileges Committee will come and submit a report, and on the basis of that report, an elected member of Parliament will be asked to go home and a seat declared vacant. Mr. Speaker, you brilliantly, in your directive for the committee to work that day, refer to Article 97 of the 1992 Constitution. With respect, Mr. Speaker, let me refer you to the same article and espouse some position on it. Mr. Speaker, Article 97 reads, 1, and I quote, "A member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament. Vacate his seat in Parliament. 1, upon the dissolution of Parliament, or B, if he is elected as Speaker of Parliament, or Mr. Speaker, for our purpose today, C, and it reads, if he is absent without the permission in writing of the Speaker, evidence abounds that those three persons did not get your permission when they didn't get your permission in writing. And I'm not aware of any reasonable explanation to the Parliamentary Committee on Privileges from 15 days. From 15 days. So the explanation is from 15 days. They have absented themselves during any period that Parliament has been summoned to meet and continue to meet. Mr. Speaker, I know the motion has not been introduced, but I'm raising procedural issues so that my colleague walk on the path of procedure. I know you know it well. So, but Mr. Speaker, I'm to remind him that I have no problem with members of Parliament who are in breaches of this Constitution must be held solely responsible to those breaches. And there should be no cover up for any elected member of Parliament when you absent yourself without permission in writing from the Speaker for 15 days consecutive. But Mr. Speaker, the three you referred to, it says to the Privileges Committee. So Mr. Speaker, I have a question to ask even before he proceeds. So the Privileges Committee report they have given to us, to do what? To do what? What is Parliament to do? It is not for me to express my own opinion, but my opinion will be that this is Parliament, this House, the elected MPs, 275, we are Parliament. Therefore, if a report has been submitted to us, we must take a decision as a House on that report. As a House, elected members of Parliament. That is what happened in 2005 when the Amwate thing happened. So let's not change the rules today because we may not want an Adwoa Safo or a Henry Kote or a Kennedy Japan to be subjected to the full requirement of the Constitution under Article 97. Mr. Speaker, so what are we to do? Mr. Speaker, I guard jealously that Parliament is the guardian and the protector of fundamental rights and freedoms. Mr. Speaker, it's not for nothing that in this Constitution there is no provision how to remove an elected member of Parliament. It's not for nothing. Because the Constitution respects the weight of an elected person who wields the power and authority of the sovereign. When you are elected here, it is because we have cheapened ourselves that appointees are heavier or holier than us. But we are elected members of Parliament. So, Mr. Speaker, let the leader come clear. In 2005, Eric Amwate, the narcotics criminal, went through Privileges Committee. This House took a decision. But, Mr. Speaker, before I hear him, for the record, I've said that table, you publish the entire judgment. But, Mr. Speaker, Justice Aban, respected Justice Aban J.A., Akwa J.A., Adwoa J.A., they said, and Mr. Speaker, let me read this for the record so that my colleagues like Honorable KTM or my senior in the law will follow. Mr. Speaker, it reads, the undisputed facts resulting in this appeal are that in November 2005, the Honorable Eric Amwate, Member of Parliament for Nkommo North Constituency, understanding Order 15, obtained the Speaker of Parliament permission to absent himself from Parliament from 17 November to 24 November 2005. He then traveled to the United States of America where he was arrested and detained for possession of narcotics drugs. Unable to attend Parliament, Eric Amwate sent his lawyer with a letter to the Speaker some 3 months thereafter, explaining the cause of his continued absence from Parliament and requesting for an indefinite leave of absence. Mr. Speaker, this emphasis is mine. The Speaker referred the letter to the Parliamentary Committee on Privileges, which met on 22nd February 2006 and recommended to the House of Parliament on 2nd March 2006. Therefore, any recommendation coming from the Privileges Committee must be subjected to the same threshold of legal and constitutional requirement as defined in the ruling of Justice Evans and Co. Mr. Speaker, the House, it says, House of Parliament on 2nd March 2006 to grant the honourable member an indefinite leave of absence after some debate. So, Mr. Speaker, any motion or report moved today must be subjected to debate by this August House.